out because remember here comes the
from the 12. Gets a block. Takes off and he is gone. Trying to stay upright and he trips. Very important people. Oh my God, what the heck?
It's time to go. That's right, y'all. TMI Sports Talk. Tonight, man, it's about to be some fire tonight. Because, look, I am radical. I am anti-everything tonight. I'm anti-everything tonight. So, here's what's going down tonight. We're going to talk about this double standard in the media, man, because it's getting ridiculous. It ain't getting ridiculous. It actually been ridiculous. So I want to talk about that tonight. The just the doubles, the two-sided, the unwillingness to report all news, but we talking sports news tonight, fairly. That's what we're gonna talk about tonight. First of all, I want to say shout out to those Eagle fans. Got their ass tore out the frame by the 49ers. But you know what? Look here. It takes a butt whooping like that to get a team back on track. And Philadelphia was 10-1. You don't want your team floating into the playoffs and not facing no adversity. So, yeah. Hold on. Mr. Dillinger said he can't wait. He can't wait to get at it. He said, told you I wasn't missing it. That's right, Mr. Dillinger. He said Malika Andrews. Yes, we're going to talk about Malika Andrews tonight, because I'm about to put all their ass in a cup and mix it up and pour it down the drain. I ain't drinking that shit. Now, when it comes to reporting sports, I believe that people like myself, as well as other people such as like Kwame Brown and a few others that I listen to, we need to take this shit back over. Because at the end of the day, I hate the fact that our race, the African-American race, don't have anything that's not for sale. And what I mean by that is we'll sell each other out in a heartbeat. And I'm going to be for real with you. Everybody want to say, white media, this, that. Do y'all know it's not white media that's doing it to us? It's not white media that's doing it to us. It's us doing it to us. This whole thing, as far as keeping their foot on our throat, is on autopilot, because they done moved their foot out the way and put it with our foot. They got us using our feet to keep each other down. Man, BGZ say we still number one in the NFL. He talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna talk to y'all next week about the Philadelphia Eagles, BGZ, because I can't wait for you and Mr. Black to come back on and have that Cowboys Eagles battle after this big, huge Sunday night game. I'm gonna even check it out. Cowboys versus Eagles. Y'all, that's gonna be a big one, because the Eagles are pissed about getting their asses handed to them by a rival. And they damn sure ain't gonna have it happen 2 weeks in a row. So we gonna see. And the Cowboys talking their shit. So we gonna see who gonna get it done. Now, in saying all that, I want everybody to know that the phone line is open, man. Tonight, the phone line is open. I'm sorry, director, go ahead, handle your business. Assistant director back there handling her business. Shout out to LaKenya. Hey, phone line is open tonight, man, because we gotta talk about this thing, man. As far as the situation with Giddy and God dog, man, y'all know my OLD, my boy Mr. Dillinger is in here. Who am I trying to think of that just recently had allegations of swinging on their significant other or their girlfriend. I can't think of the guy's name, and I don't want to say it because I know I'm gonna say it wrong. So go ahead and give me that. I would really appreciate it, Mr. Dillinger. But let's talk about Giddy first. I noticed that Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, Molly Qerim, all of them really got a lot of fire when allegations come out about African American athletes. The fire that they use, the fire that they come out with, like fire breathing dragons. And guess what? It ain't even got to be true. A lot of this stuff is allegations, allegedly, allegations, and they get chose as guilty until proven innocent. Now, it starts in Von Miller. Thank you. I was about to say Vince something. My damn mind gone. But Von Miller, I'll talk about his story in a second. Here it is. Here it is. And I got it right here. What the hell am I doing? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me do this right. Let me do this right. First of all, I'm gonna show y'all an example. Right? Von Miller, star NFL linebacker, arrested on charges of assaulting his girlfriend. That's basically what they're saying. His pregnant girlfriend at their high-rise apartment in Dallas this week, right? Allegedly, y'all. Now, it has also come out that his girlfriend said that none of this stuff was true. I'll follow up on that story later. Now, I want y'all to see, look at what I want to focus on, right? This is an official news story. Look at the tone of this news story. Jail pick, arrested. Strong words, right? Very strong words. Charges of assaulting. Very strong words. Criminalizing him in just this article. Right? When you look at that, you automatically say, oh, hell, he did it. Because they got us programmed like that. Oh, what he done. Yeah, right. He did it. But I want y'all to see the alleged story about Josh Giddey, who apparently spent a night with an underage female. Look at the tone of this story. First of all, they use his athletic pick as the pick. And then they says Josh Giddey spent a single night with a minor and then left. You see how innocent that these are official news clippings. You got this one, and then you got this one. This one looked like he scored 40 last night when he only scored 17. Apparently, allegedly. Hold on. Allegedly. So, what I want to show y'all is look at the tone in the programming of how our news is reported and how news is reported on them. Now, I'm gonna read Giddey's message or article like it really probably should have been read. Josh Giddey spent a single night with a minor and then left. Don't that sound, what the hell? That sound like some yeah. I ain't gonna say what it sound like, but it damn sure sound like it. So, going back to, again, I want to first address the tone. These are the tones of the news articles because these tones of these articles influence the news media to report it in the manner that they report it for the most part. Because it starts here, y'all. It starts here. It starts right there. Now, moving on. Now we get to the media, and you have major media networks like ESPN and Fox and all them other ones, right? You got Stephen A. Smith, and you have Molly, you have Malika, you have Skip, you now have Shannon Sharp, and as well as other personalities on here reporting the news. Give me that Facebook comment again, please. It said, and still walking around and not in jail. Wow. If it was us, yeah. But Facebook user, I beg you to come on over to YouTube, because I want to know who you are that's commenting. I want to give you your props for your comments. So come on over to YouTube, Bold and Driven EP on YouTube. Come on over, subscribe, hit the like button for the video, and then come on in with your comments, because I want to give you your props. Also, call in 817-466-6638. Call in and give me your thoughts on this while I discuss and break down these situations. In my opinion, allegedly. Now, hey, Leola, come on over. Leola, you better come on over to YouTube. How you doing? Leola, former guest, man. I love Leola. I had so much fun with her on the show. Now, let's talk about how it's reported from the media perspective. Media perspective has not touched this Josh Giddey situation. Haven't touched it. However, and we always throw that if in there, if this was a black athlete, a few things would have happened. He'd have been suspended until investigations are concluded. He would have probably been fined. And actually, when they suspend him, he's getting the fine because he ain't getting paid for playing. He ain't getting paid for them games. So you losing money. You lose endorsements immediately. Hey, Leola, thank you for coming over. I appreciate you, girl. You can also call in 817-466-6638. Now, you lose so much just from allegations. And there's some black athletes who have lost a great deal off of just being blamed for something that they did not do. Which brings me to the Malika Andrews situation, who has not touched the Josh Giddey story at all. But there was a young man that was entering the draft that was falsely accused of the R word. I'm not sure how long that word will go on this network, but of the R word. He was found innocent. And she went in on him with no apology. No apology. And Molly, since you call yourself, not Molly, I'm sorry, I get the two heifers mixed up. Malika, since you call yourself want to stick up for women and women's rights, and that's why you said something because a woman was violating all this other crap. That's a baby girl that allegedly Giddey spent the night with. And I'm sorry, but Giddey is 21 years old, and at the time he probably was maybe 19. Now, I know y'all saying 19 and the girl was probably 17 or maybe 16. And that's kind of a okay gap because she a freshman, he a junior, something like that, whatever. And I ain't even saying that this is the situation because I don't think it happened that long ago. However, there has been some African American athletes who was with their girlfriend, and the girlfriend just so happened to be younger, who have done time because either the parents reported it or somebody reported it, and it was held on their record as they were with a minor. Now think about this. There's some of y'all out there, y'all got husbands, wives, or whatever, and y'all husbands and wives are 3 years, 4 years older than y'all, 10 years older than y'all, 20 years older than y'all. We talking a 3-year gap for some of these African American athletes. They not out there praying. That's their age group. That's their, like, tell me this. How do how do you automatically tell a kid you got to switch it off when their whole high school year they've been flirting with whoever's in their high school, right? But when they turn 18, they can't look at them girls no more. You see what I'm saying? That they can't flip that switch. So I'm honestly not necessarily nailing Giddy to the cross for the allegations that's brought up against him, because if he 21 and she's 17, I get it, but I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it. That's what we're gonna say about that. But what I'm saying is, why the same smoke? Why you ain't getting the same smoke as anybody else, especially an athlete? And here's the reason why I feel like it happens. I personally think that a lot of those media people, mostly, I ain't gonna say mostly, but some African American, I think they are jealous of the professional athlete to a certain degree. I think they are jealous because they making all this money, and that be the first thing that the African American journalists bring up when something happens with an athlete. All this money, 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 money. Let me tell y'all something. They are people, people, people. What were you doing? Imagine if they gave your ass $100 million when you were 19 to 21 years old. My job gave me 40 a year and I act a fool. At 21, my job gave me 40 a year and I act a fool. So imagine if I had $100 million, $1 million, $500,000, $250,000. What I would have done at 21 years old. See, what they think about the African American athlete is they think as soon as they get that money, when we gave you that money, we gave you maturity, we gave you education, we gave you no. If it's a big kid, now you get them money. Now they just gonna be a big kid with money. It's like saying, if I give the crackhead enough, they'll stop doing crack. No, you just gonna turn them into a super crackhead. Give a crackhead $1 million, watch what happens. So with the black athlete and the black coaches, they are held to a higher standard, higher expectation than any other race. I'm gonna say this because this probably ain't got shit to do with it, but it pisses me off. Lovie Smith got fired after the Bears went 10-6. These bastards ain't been close to 10-6 since he left in 10 years. Only had one winning season since he left, but he got fired when they had a record of 10-6, and he got fired. See, our expectations are held, and guess who holding us to them? We are. Because instead of some of them dudes, the African American reporters saying, "No, man, I'm not gonna report that on this kid. I'm not gonna." They boss tell them, "We want you to report the story this way," and guess what we do? Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir, boss. I can't stand to hear somebody take a young kid and nail them to the cross, and then the defense is, "Well, he got money." Now, guess what wasn't brought up in the Giddy situation? Ain't nobody brought up his money. Ain't nobody brought up his fame. Ain't nobody brought up none of that. He didn't. And guess what? He's actually, let me throw this out there. Allegedly, hold on, protection. Bam. Got the protection up there. Allegedly, his own country is holding him more accountable than the damn United States. because from what I heard, he was being endorsements and other things are being taken away from him back home. Now, here's the reason why I think that the NBA as well as other people ain't really hitting this story hard because they don't want to lose that overseas money. I think they fearful to lose that overseas money. And if you notice, it's a lot of European players. It's a lot of Australian players and other players and players you think that's from the United States and even players you think that are black that are not African American. I'm gonna throw a curveball this way and say, and I was talking to my friend about this, and he didn't agree. My friends don't never agree with me. Y'all make me sick. Bill, all y'all asses make me sick. But anyway, I feel like the league is grooming themselves to ultimately get away from the African American athlete and focus more on the European. It's for a money thing, because think about this. When the African American come to the league, he go tea time. I can't stand his ass either. That when an African American kid go to the league, they're bringing what? The block, maybe the neighborhood, maybe the state. But when a European player go to the league, they are bringing an audience of a whole country. A whole country. So I'm saying, yeah, you damn right I'm reaching on this, but I've always felt like that, BGZ. I've always felt like, just look at how they're tailoring the game. Look at how they tailoring the game. Now, don't get me wrong. We're going to adjust. But right now, name your top 5 players in the league. Top 5 players in the league, I guarantee you 3 of them ain't black. Where this was a league that we once dominated. Even the rules are different. Even the scoring is different. You can't play tough defense. They trying to whitewash it. Absolutely, Mr. Diligent. So, in saying that, think about this. You see how they report our news and how ignorant they make ignorant and unappreciative they make our athletes seem. You see how hard they went on the Ja Morant story? He had a gun. Fear, 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 fear. Because ultimately, I'm telling y'all, they're going to stop messing with us. And who's at fault? We are. Because in my opinion, we should have been had our own. I know we got Ice Cube Big 3 or whatever. But I'm talking about basketball league, where the high elite athletes go to. We should have been had our own. But we continue to let them give us the bag. The bag? I don't give a damn how much one of them athletes get paid. Jaylen Brown just got 300 and something million, right? But imagine how much the person that gave Jaylen Brown that money got. Imagine how much they got. So you can say I'm reaching. And look, you have your own opinion, BGZ. You know I love you, bro. But at the end of the day, dude, I look at the big picture on a lot of this. A lot of this. And y'all saying that the NBA, BGZ, if you're saying that the NBA ain't gonna never go away from the brothers, look at the baseball league. Look at the baseball league. Them black dudes y'all see in the baseball league, and then they do an interview and they speak in Spanish or something else. Them ain't brothers. So if you don't think a league can get away from y'all black asses, look at the baseball league. Look at the National Baseball League. We used to dominate it. Darryl Strawberry and Andre Dawson and Frank Thomas and all the major black athletes. Ken Griffey Jr. Love Ken Griffey Jr. All them, Bo Jackson, all them, right? Name 5 top baseball players in the league right now. Name 5 black baseball players. Not Dominican. Not the not them when they get the mic and you be like, I thought that was a brother. Not them. Name 5 African American top baseball players right now. So if you don't think that a league can get away from us, look at that. There's your example right there. Now, going back to the media stirs all this. The media stirs all this. I agree with you, T-Time. I want that comment. Let me, before I get into the media, you are so right. But black kids today would rather play football or basketball. Guess what, though, T-Time? In our communities, that's really all what's offered. And that ain't really necessarily that. That ain't really offered. You know, they have playgrounds and where we can go fields and play football, but you don't find too many baseball diamonds in the hood, bro. Not like when we was kids. And I'm talking about when I'm talking about 39 years ago, when we was kids. You found baseball diamonds. You found black kids playing baseball. You found softballs and bats. Where my folks at that played softball had a legitimate softball and bat in a vacant lot. We didn't have gloves and all that. We had a softball. Kenya, I know y'all country. Arkansasans, I know damn well y'all know what a softball and bat is. How many at the family reunion? It was a softball and bat. Now we don't even have freaking family reunions. But anyway, thank you, B. Jeezy. Here it is. We used to play all sports. But now they give us bullshit to be more focused on. Too busy in our phones and other little distractions like that. So no, you're right, T-Time. They are not producing a lot of athletes, black athletes that play baseball and soccer even. I think we kind of venturing over to soccer though. But black kids today were rather, okay, yeah, read that one. Now, Leela says she played softball. Loved it. No glove. Absolutely no glove. Better catch that damn softball. Y'all know how hard Bub used to hit the damn softball and you got to catch that bastard without a glove? Even though it was a softball, you can still hear the steam go past your ear when he hit it. Uncle Maine putting the ball way over somewhere where you got to go in the trash and the bottles to get it. I'm taking y'all down memory lane, god dog it. I got hit in the head when my sister swung her bat. Playing, it wasn't catcher, it was bat catcher. When she was playing bat catcher. God dog it. So going back to the point, you don't even you see a lot of AAU programs for black kids now. But guess what that's teaching them? Nothing. They taking the talented ones and they running a pickup game. While the Europeans, on the other hand, are being schooled, trained. And if you want your athlete, because trust me, I got an athlete for a son, and if y'all don't know how much that shit costs to train them, if you ain't got no money, he just gonna have those natural skills that's undeveloped until he get to a certain level to where everybody else has passed him. But the European players are being groomed from Lord knows what age. They go pro at 15. So if you don't think that the fix is in my opinion, If you don't think the fix is in, you are wrong. Because I'm telling you, look how light-skinned let's talk about that for a second. Look how light-skinned the league done got. Think about the 90s. The Knicks, everybody say John Starks. John Starks was dark-skinned compared to these kids, these players nowadays. But all of your players were dark-skinned. Now you got a bunch of light-skinned folks. And in my opinion, who get hung the most for getting in trouble? The darker the athlete, the worse the allegations. AAU costs too damn much. Ask me. Had to pay all. I'm so god doggone happy my son out that damn AAU. That was a major expense in our household. AAU basketball. Now, the league. Now, debate me on that, BGZ. Is the league lighter now with athletes that, oh my God, they flying out the damn stadium now? And notice how the dark athletes, Draymond Green and all them, Pat Bev, all them are seen as the villains. While you got the superhero light-skinned athletes, because it go deeper than the damn race, just the black and white thing. It go deeper than that. The league got all these half-breed athletes, and I've said this before, and y'all may not like it. It is what it is. But I'm telling y'all, the way that they're breeding now, I'll always bring up who you breed with, who you have babies by. In another 20 years, there's going to be white athletes with black attributes. And I'm talking about a plethora of them. Because when you take, now you already got extremely light-skinned athletes, right? And now they're getting with their white women. What color you think that baby gonna be? But now they got all the attributes of us. Think about it. I know I probably took you too deep on that, but I just want you to think about that. Because I bet you any money back then, y'all didn't think of Steph Curry. Remember when we thought that was soft? That light-skinned dude, ain't it? It was only one light-skinned dude that told my ass up, Damian, I don't like you either. Damian Lindsay, I don't like you. You didn't have to do me like that. But again, if y'all don't think that is more to it than them just ridiculing our black athletes, and it starts in the media. The media got so much damn control that they controlling the contract decisions of these athletes. So if the media says that this guy ain't worth a box of rocks, when he sit down to the negotiating table with said owner, that comment will be taken in consideration, and it will have an influence on the money that athlete get. It has a huge influence. And so going back to the Giddey situation, Stephen A said that the reason why he did not report it is because you can be sued. Well, I guess black people can't get no damn lawyers, because based on what you have said in the past about black athletes and the vigor that you come at them with, I guess they can't sue you for the allegations that y'all report on black athletes. Also, Stephen A, if you come with the same energy in a positive manner for the black athletes and the same energy that you come with negatively for the other athletes, and I ain't just saying white, other athletes, they might respect you the same way they respected Stuart Scott. Don't think because they see you in person, they Stephen A, that they respect you. They ain't no love for you, man. And honestly, people that ain't wrapped up into that ain't got no love for you because they know you phony. They know what you're reporting is garbage, and you just yell to get attention. Notice how Stuart Scott didn't have to do all that. And Stuart Scott, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is from a personal experience. I was in a room. I was blessed to be in a room. I went to. Now I'm gonna tell this is how factual this is because people can track it back. When the All-Star game came to Dallas, the NBA All-Star game came to Dallas, and that particular year it snowed like it was freaking Alaska in Dallas. Magic Johnson and Alonzo Mourning have, and I believe they do it for every All-Star game, they have a celebrity pool tournament. And when you go to this pool tournament, it is wall to freaking wall celebrities. I don't even know why my black ass was in there, but it's wall to wall celebrities. And I'm talking about, I'm standing there watching Paul Pierce and another athlete play pool. And I bumped into somebody and I looked to the side and they got a leather coat on. And the leather coat got muscles. I said, God damn, the leather coat was cut up. I look over, it's Terrell Owens. That's how I'm telling y'all this room was packed with celebrities. Like it was celebrities wall to wall. Then somebody hit the room and all the celebrities start crowding around this person. And I said, well, damn, if all of them crowding around him, who the hell is this Michael Jackson coming up in here? It was Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott. And the respect level that he had from those athletes and the humbleness of him, how humble he was, 2010, exactly, T-Time, you know I ain't lying. The humbleness that he had was man, I understand why everybody rocked with that dude. And he never got on sports and ridiculed no athlete and still was hip, cool, and everything. He came out with all them little sayings. I can't even remember half his sayings, but it made you want to watch sports highlights. Nowadays, all that shit is soap opera. First Take and all them other little, it's more soap opera-ish than anything. And I'm gonna say this because for some reason they feel like they gotta have a table full of men arguing and a lady narrating the argument. To me, that makes no sense whatsoever. If the lady is a sports analyst, put her at the table and let them discuss sports in the purest form. Not sports gossip, not sports garbage. Booyah, that's right, Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott was my dude, man. I used to love watching Stuart Scott do his thing. He made highlights exciting. Now, you name a highlight show that you can watch and enjoy. Shaq and the Fool. I love them. They're funny. They're fun. They don't deal with the gossip too much, from what I hear. What are they? I forgot their names. Ernie, Shaq, Kenny, Charles. Exactly. Shock Jock is the name of the game today. And the first thing that they don't even put highlights from the previous night up before they put up allegations about shit. Then they sit around, he's stupid and he's dumb and let me tell you, son, that's Stephen A. doing his best Hulk Hogan impersonation. You can't get hyped about nothing else but somebody else's downfall. So at the end of the day, all this shock jock shit, all of this, come on over to TMI Sports Talk. Because we gonna give it to you the way they get it in the barbershop. I ain't got time to look, Josh Giddey, I ain't got time to be trying to figure out how old the girl is. That ain't my damn area. I want to talk about, look, first of all, I want to talk about how your game is. What your game look like. How OKC has really turned into a team to beat. That's what we talk. We talk about real sports over here. Not allegations. Guess what? And don't get me wrong, y'all, a lot of allegations pop up. A lot of people send me stuff. But I don't want to get on here and talk about, guess who baby mama is suing them for child support. That's not sports talk. That's that shit they do. And we got to take it back. We got to take it over. From the ones who get a lot of people on their lives that are true and honest about the sports, to the people like myself. We got to take it back. I can't get on here and talk about Von Miller's situation and other little allegations and drama that's going to take away from me really talking about what I'm passionate about, which is the sport. How my damn Miami Heat doing? I don't give a damn about these allegations. But every time you wake up in the morning time and you turn on ESPN, Fox, they might give you a couple of highlights, but after that is drama. And guess who the drama be about? Us. Let me go back a little bit. Y'all remember when Mark Cuban slapped his wife twice in the club? These two drunk. They was drunk. She hit not Mark Cuban. I'm so sorry. Dana White. I apologize, Mark Cuban. That's not you. Dana White. And I'm sorry, I'm not mixing white people up like they do us. But Dana White slapped his wife twice because his wife hit him. Now, apparently, it looked like both of them was drunk. Y'all know how them damn drunk couples get, and they slap each other. And then that came out, right? Stephen A. in particular was real humble about how he reported that. You know, he's my friend, and I look at Dana White as a where that energy? Where that huff and puff? Where was the Hulk Hogan interview on Dana White? But for the brothers, you rev up real hard. The Brett Favre situation was another one where he was taken from the poor, millions, allegedly. Hold on, let me cover myself because I ain't got time to get sued for the little $35 I got. Hell, allegedly. Because you know Brett probably need that little money right now. And if he'll take their money, he'll take mine. Hold on. Allegedly took the money from the poor people. Stephen A. was real humble about that one. And I'm on you, Stephen A. a lot because you be the one with the loudest mouth when it come to us. The loudest mouth when it come to us. But when it's, and I'm going to tell you like this, if you just going to wild out on everybody, then that's just who you are. That's just who you are. And I give you props. You know, it's kind of like the Charleston White thing where he really don't give a damn who he light up. He light them up. And yo, to each his own. That's you. Do you. However, when you can tell the difference in your tone based on who you reporting on because of is really based on who you like. Who you like. Well, I like this person, so I ain't gonna go too hard on them. But I don't like this person, so I'm gonna really go in. And again, we are always held way more accountable because they look at it like, and I'm gonna be honest, they look at it like, y'all lucky we giving y'all anything. You're lucky to have this money. You're stupid because you're messing it up. And guess what? That don't be them talking that way about us. That be us talking that way about us. Don't be them. It be us. So I know I done said a lot about this. Phone lines is open. You want to challenge me on any point I made? It's all my opinion, and it's all allegedly when it comes to the stories. It's alleged. It's alleged. Call in. Call in and challenge me on my points. Because I ain't got it all figured out. I'm not all right about mine, but I ain't gonna lie. I wore this NWO shirt for a reason. It need to be a new world order when it comes to this damn sports media reporting. We need to change this up. And I ain't talking about they need to change it up because they gonna hire whoever gonna sell out. They gonna hire whoever's willing to do the job that they are putting out there. But it got to be us that stand on morals and standards and that really truly do have a love for the game, no matter what sport it is that you're talking about. You got to have a love for the game and use that love to properly report on sports. I'm not a sports analyst where I can't tell you who's the closest to breaking the rushing yard or whatever. I don't do that. However, I can talk sports when it comes to any sport. And I ain't got to slaughter the athlete. And if I don't like the athlete, it's probably just the game, the way the athlete play the game or whatever the case is. And that's what it's going to be stuck to, how they play the game. I don't care about who they dating, how many children they got, or any other sort. Y'all didn't give a damn about how many kids Sean Kemp had until it was over. Y'all ain't nobody go to Sean Kemp and say, dude, slow down on the babies, man. You got skills, you jump high, you do slow down on the babies, man. Nobody said that. Nobody went to Sean. Told him stop hitting. It ain't that good. Well, it is that good, but it ain't that good. I don't know. Is it that good or is it ain't that good? It's good, but not 10, 11 babies. God dog. Get a hobby. What's the other running back that got a bunch of kids? Not other running back, but the other athlete. He's a running back. He got a bunch of kids, and he ain't in the league no more. Got 12 babies, about 11 baby mamas, and all that other crap. See how I said, who is that person? And he ain't drilled in my mind because I don't give a damn. Is he good at his job? It's that good when you're rich. Travis Henry, exactly. Travis Henry. But I think that, like, yo, like when it comes to the money and it comes to their children, they always said, hell, if you can take care of the babies, you got whatever, you can put out how many you want to put out, right? That's why I don't really give a damn. It's like, oh, Nick Cannon got all these babies. Well, Nick Cannon worked his ass off to support them babies. So why are we tripping about how many babies he got? Now, that ain't sports, and I ain't gonna get into that. But I'm just saying, look at the shit that we be worrying about versus just being fans. I just want to be a fan. I ain't got time to be worried about people's personal problems. And that's when we worry about people's personal problems, that's when they start slicing it up on how they gonna report it. Well, we can't report this person. We can't give that energy to like that for this person because this person got a lot of money and influence. But these other athletes, they lucky to be getting paid, so we gonna wear them out. And it ain't even gotta be no allegations for a black athlete. If they feel like he ain't playing right. Now, out of all the psychological things that we go through, because imagine half the time you go to work and you dealing with other things and then work get on your damn nerves. And so you may not perform your job to the best of your ability on that day. Imagine if it was somebody when you sat your ass down in your recliner and you put the TV on, it was somebody reporting about how you didn't do that many loans today. How you didn't make that many phone calls today. And you should lose your damn job. I don't know why they paying you this much. Because when you came in, you was expected to do 12 phone calls and your ass only did 4. Imagine that. So out of all this pressure that they go through, and we'll throw it up in a minute about a black athlete. Well, that's what they getting paid for. Money don't cure everything. Money don't change people. Money just make them be the super whatever they are. If they're an idiot, it makes a super idiot. If they're a giver, it makes a super giver. If they're a drinker, it makes a lush. Now, I want to do this before I get off here, man. TMI sports talk, man. I love talking sports. And I know, again, I wanted to really get on the media today because there's a responsibility when it comes to media, since you know that narratives are created. See, I have to slow it down, can you? Narratives are created in the media. So that's power. And you can't be wielding your power just recklessly, especially if you are African American reporter. Didn't y'all see where back? If you never seen documentaries, watch the Jackie Robinson movie. Is that the baseball player? When the news writer, the African American news writer, would tell Jackie, "No, I'm not reporting that on you. No, I'm not gonna put that. Jackie, be careful of the questions they ask you and how you answer them." That's when we was looking out for each other. Now we be the ones trying to tie each other up. Now, that's the last thing I'm gonna say about that media. That's right. Watch the movie 42. 42 will educate you when it comes to the media and athletes and how far and how much we got to put up with. God dog, he was leaning on the N-word on that movie, wasn't he? T-Time? God dog, man, imagine you up there just trying to bat. You up there just trying to bat. And somebody leaning on the N-word like that. So, in saying that, I want to move to this segment that I've been trying to get off. I've been trying to launch this segment for a while, but I haven't been able to do it. But tonight is the night. And it's called How in the Hell Is This a Sport? Let's go ahead and play the video for How in the Hell Is This a Sport? I got it. Don't worry about it, because I told you it wasn't no damn videos, but I be lying. I don't know what I be on. Check this out, y'all.
So boom, Russia needs to be stopped. Why are they doing jujitsu inside of a vehicle? And what is the significance of the seatbelt? Theoretically speaking, wouldn't it make more sense to prevent your opponent from unclipping the seatbelt? And what happens if the airbag deploys? Does that now categorize the fight as a no contest? This man is getting his ass whipped in the passenger side of his best friend's ride. This is not what TLC was talking about when they wrote Scrubs. Please make sure Vin Diesel never sees this video. This might become the plot for Fast 10. If I donate my vehicle to this company, will insurance cover the cost?
MMA in a car, beating the shit out of people in the car. First of all, my mama could have starred. She could have been the champion in this league of beating the shit out of people in the car. Anybody else mama out there can reach back in the back seat of the old cars, because these new ones got that little blocker, that little child protector. But the old cars just had the row seat where there was no protection. And seat belts were not mandated back in the day. Seat belts was not mandatory. So the kid would be leaning up on the seat like this, and mama say, "Sit back." And you don't sit back, and your mama whop the white people, y'all ain't invent nothing new. We've been doing vehicle MMA since we were little. And I want to tell you this. I saw this, y'all. The windows were down. This was Chicago. It was summertime. It felt good outside and everything. And It was a guy and a girl in the car next to me at the stoplight. And for some reason, I guess he was really like yelling at her. And I saw him say, and take this goddamn hat off in my car. And he snatched it. It was like one of them hat snatches that looked like it hurt when he snatched the hat off her head. When he went to pull off, she dove over in the driver's seat and started beating his ass. And the car was going down the street like, y'all, I'm nosy to the motherfucker. I was going slow. I had to watch that fight. That was hilarious because it was nothing he could do. And she dove on his. Hey, ladies out there, there are vulnerable points in a man's life that you can get your lick back for those who want to pass licks. And that's one of them when he driving. Just dive over there and knock the hell out, because you can't immediately respond. So yeah, that was funny. I am not advocating violence, but I do advocate comedy, and that was funny as hell. So we've been doing vehicle MMA. We just weren't getting paid for it. I look, y'all gotta stop creating sports that don't make no sense just to compete. Like, compete in the sport that, like, do regular MMA. You gonna get your ass whooped if you're not sitting down in the car? What sense does that make? So I want to mark that vehicle MMA bout as, how in the hell is this a sport? We're going to have more videos on how in the hell is this a sport, because there's a lot of nonsense going on out here, y'all. So I want to thank Mr. Dillinger for providing the not how in the hell is this a sport video, because he always putting that shit in my inbox with weird sports. Weird stuff going on. Hey, and I want y'all to definitely, man, continue to tune in to Bold and Driven EP. I appreciate every last one of y'all on here tonight. So let me send a couple of shout outs from the names that I saw. I'm gonna just go down the list. You ain't gotta do nothing directed. That's the Titan Spartan, of course, always representing my boy Mr. Dillinger. B Jeezy, always the opposer, but that's my guy there. I can't wait to have him on next week along with Mr. Black. Let me see who else is on here. I see you. Leola was on here. Kenya was on here. Tea Time is on here. I appreciate all of y'all, man, for joining this live. TMI Sports Talk is developing. Look, it's a new show, but I'm telling you, we doing well. We doing well. So, in saying that, Friday night, I always got to promote TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate, co-host Miss Vet, and now we got the assistant director joining us permanently, LaKenya Brooks, who always bring a great point of view. A great advice from a country point of view. So we got them on there, and our topic for Friday night is actually going to be, and this is not word for word what the topic is, but I just always wondered why. Get the hell out of here with that Go Cowboys. Even though I'm watching that game, Tea Time, we won't be on the game that night because I want to watch that game. The topic is not verbatim, but I want to know, is a mother's love unconditional in the eyes of a child? And I'll explain to y'all why that topic came up on Friday night. So make sure y'all tune in 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. TMI News is going to be hot. But in the meantime, thank y'all for tuning in to TMI Sports Talk, hosted by Mr. TMI. No friends tonight, but that was fine because I had a lot of stuff to get off my chest. So, in saying all of that, y'all, I am out of here. Deuces.
Did you see my little sign? Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just had to change my mic.
Did you see my little sign?